promotes their activity by saying that they enhance the in vitro fertilization success with time-lapse technology and with the use of artificial intelligence. And this is only one example of the current use of artificial intelligence in medicine. This is another topic that I deal with. The topic has to do with space traveling and the building of new settlement in outer space. And in this article, I discuss and analyze the new research area of space bioethics, and I try to give a definition of this research area. What is space bioethics? We know bioethics. Bioethics has to do with discussion and analysis of the moral issues emerging in medicine with the development of new technology. Space bioethics is the discussion of the moral issues emerging in medicine with the possibility to move to another planet and to live in another planet. We know that the outer space is a hostile environment, and we intend to build new settlements, as I said, that in order to be able to survive in outer space, maybe we have to modify the astronauts and the people who will live in these environments. And so space bioethics, yeah, just one moment, and I record I would like to, just one moment, that I try to record the session. Just 1 second. Okay, I don't find the button. And so, as I said, but space bioethics is another research field that I deal with. And this is another article in which I discuss human reproduction in space. Maybe the human reproduction in outer space has to be technologized, assisted by technology, because the traditional human reproduction could be impossible in outer space. And so also this is another example of how bioethics can deal with new and cutting-edge scenarios. As we say in abstract, this is an article that I wrote with a colleague, with a Polish colleague, Konrad Socik. As we say in the abstract, the challenges of space living, such as extreme environmental conditions and limited resource, raise critical questions about the practicality and morality of reproduction in this context. And so this paper, we intend to argue that in extraterrestrial space, human reproduction based on assisted reproductive technology is or could be morally preferable to sexual reproduction. This is only another example of my research. Also in this case, I analyze and discuss the connection between ethics and the new technologies. About space bioethics, there are today a lot of publications, a lot of books. This is a book edited by Kovacevic, The Human Factor in a Mission to Mars, an interdisciplinary approach. This is another book dedicated to space exploration, the ethics of space exploration, edited by Schwartz and Tony Milligan. And here you can see another of my books. This time the book is about sex robots, as you can read in the English translation. The title talks about love in the age of machines, and in this book I analyze the relationship that human beings could have with robots, and also in this case I deal with moral issues emerging from this kind of relationship. And in the discussion that we have today, I intend to present and to analyze two kinds of questions. The first one is how technology can transform the way we teach, the way we learn, and the ways in which we shape our minds and character. I will try to present a simple frame of the transformations activated, produced by the development of the new technologies, and I will draw some conclusions. And this conclusion will allow us to move to the second point. And the second part of my presentation will be about how technology can reshape our moral attitudes and encourage us to expand our moral community to include machines. And so in the first part of my presentation, I will talk about our relationship with machines, with intelligent and machines, in which the machines are treated as a tool. And in the second part of my presentation, I will try to understand if the intelligent technologies could be something more than a simple tool. And I will try to understand if we can treat intelligent technologies such as artificial intelligence as a moral person. about our relationship with machines, we could start from the idea that robots should be slaves, and it means that we should prevent the possibility, prevent us from attributing moral relevance to intelligent machines, to robots, and we could do this by building the robots in ways that not encourage the creation of bonds with machines. But we will discuss this problem further. And about technologies and educational contexts, what technologies are we talking about in educational context? We are talking about artificial intelligence tools, artificial intelligence-based tools, online platforms, robotics, simulators, automated assessment system, virtual reality, learning analytics, and ChatGPT, large language models, and generative artificial intelligence. Today we have a lot of new technologies that could have an important value and potential in educational context, and for this reason we have to consider the pros and cons of this technology. Our worry, or the worry of some people, the fear of some people, is that the new technologies could harm society and future generations. And here the question is, can artificial intelligence support education without weakening human judgment and responsibility? We see the potential of artificial intelligence in educational context, but our fear is that these technologies could weaken human judgment and responsibility. The question here is, how can ChatGPT and generative artificial intelligence be used in educational context? We could say that students can use ChatGPT and artificial intelligence to ask questions, to receive explanations, to summarize text, to translate content, to practice languages, and to generate ideas for assignments. And these are possible benefits that we can get from new technologies in educational context, and these are benefits that can be outlined from the point of view of the students. And but we can also consider the possibility to use these technologies to develop personalized education. Artificial intelligence systems can adapt learning materials to different learning speeds, can adapt learning materials to individual needs and adapt the learning material to specific professional skills. Artificial intelligence tutor can create a personalized exercise for vocational students, and so here we can see possible benefits, potential, not only from the point of view of the students, but also from the perspective of teachers. And then generative artificial intelligence, as you know, can help students draft essays, can help students create presentation, improve writing, organize research ideas. And as we will see, the question here is students may become too dependent on artificial intelligence generated content and lose the capacity to maintain critical thinking. And about the support that artificial intelligence can provide to teachers. A teacher can use artificial intelligence to prepare lesson plans, to generate quizzes, to create educational materials, and to automate administrative tasks. And from this perspective, artificial intelligence can be an important resource, allow teachers to spare a lot of time, and by sparing a lot of time in administrative tasks, for example, they could have more time for interaction with students. They could assure quality time to the students. And then artificial intelligence can support virtual laboratories, simulations, technical training, professional scenarios. I am providing just a short description, short and simple description of the potential of artificial intelligence for students and teachers. Now we will move to some moral issues, but I think that it was important to share, to provide a short presentation of the potential of new technologies in educational context to balance the pros and cons of new technologies. An example of the value of artificial intelligence-based simulation and training is that healthcare students can practice clinical decision-making through artificial intelligence simulation. After this short frame of the potential of artificial intelligence in educational context, I intend to consider some fears or some objections that are advanced against the use of new technologies in educational context. And here you can see a book by the philosopher Shannon Valor, The title of this book is The Artificial Intelligence Mirror: How to Reclaim Our Humanity in an Age of Machine Thinking. And as we will see, according to Shannon Vallo, we have to consider not only the pros that we can get from artificial intelligence, but we should consider also the negative aspects. And the thesis of this book is that artificial intelligence could have a negative impact on our capacity to think critically, and the idea of Valor is that we have to consider artificial intelligence as a mirror. She says that artificial intelligence is not real intelligent, and we should not think that artificial intelligence is able to think like a human. According to Shannon Vallo, systems such as ChatGPT or large language models do not truly understand the world, do not possess lived experience, do not genuinely think, do not have consciousness or wisdom. Instead, they function as massive statistical systems built on human-generated data, reflecting human culture. And here we can see a certain idea of artificial intelligence, and as we will see, this idea is not shared by everybody. Other authors, other philosophers think that we could attribute also intelligence to intelligent machines, and there are philosophers who think that we should open our mind to the possibility to recognize artificial intelligence based entities as entities worthy of moral standing. This is not the opinion of Shannon Vallo, and according to Shannon Vallo, artificial intelligence reflects back to us languages, ideas, stereotypes, prejudices, existing social structures. And in these terms, Valor argues that artificial intelligence is just our mirror, is not a self-sufficient entity or an entity able to produce original content, but artificial intelligence reflects just our ideas, languages, stereotypes, prejudices, and structure. And so, starting from these ideas, Shannon Vallo says that the real danger is not super intelligence. Some authors, some people think that we should restrict the potential of artificial intelligence, because the risk is that artificial intelligence could become super intelligent and oversmart the human intelligence. And Shannon Valor says that the real danger is more subtle. The danger here, according to Shannon Valor, is that artificial intelligence could stop the exercise of human judgment, delegating thought and responsibility to machines. And the conclusion, according to Shannon Valor, is that people using artificial intelligence could lose moral autonomy and ethical imagination and become dependent on these stupid machines. And so Shannon Valor, on one hand, recognize the possible benefits that we can get from the new technologies, but on the other hand, she say that we have to consider the side effects for human judgment, for our capacity to make autonomous choices, and she say that the use of artificial intelligence, or we could say the abuse of artificial intelligence, as also as educational tool, could stop and weaken our ethical imagination, and we could add could stop our critical capacities. And she says that Shannon Valor says that artificial intelligence amplifies the biases of the past. In these terms, according to Valor, artificial intelligence cannot provide us of critical thinking, or we could say artificial intelligence cannot replace our critical thinking, because artificial intelligence is just our mirror, amplifies the biases, our biases. Artificial intelligence is trained on historical data, and therefore it reproduces racism, sexism, inequalities, dominant economic structures, and in the end, discrimination. And so it is not just that we cannot expect artificial intelligence to produce original thinking, is that as our mirror, artificial intelligence amplifies our biases such as racism, sexism, inequalities, and discrimination. And the critic of machine thinking is that artificial intelligence can reduces human thinking to calculation, and in this term privilege efficiency and prediction, and in the end consider computational rationality superior to human judgment. In these terms, Shannon Valor sees the risk of the spread of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is not compatible with the training and the cultivation of a critical thinking, of the human judgment, because artificial intelligence tends to reduce human thinking to a calculation, to privilege efficiency and prediction instead of human thinking. And so we can see that we have, according to Shannon Valor, we have to consider these problems, these issues before to spread the digital technologies and the artificial intelligence-based technologies in an educational context. The side effect could be disappearance of the critical thinking. And then, according to Shannon Ballard, the problem here is that human beings, by using artificial intelligence-based technologies, begin to see themselves as machine, and in this term they lose creativity, empathy, practical wisdom, and, as we said, moral imagination. And so it seems that Shannon Valor say that machines could cancel our capacity to redesign the world, our world and our humankind in an original way. Shannon Valor talks also about the topic of Narcissus, and she said that like Narcissus, we fall in love with our reflected image. If artificial intelligence is only our mirror, our enthusiasm towards artificial intelligence is a kind of narcissism. We fall in love with ourselves, with the imaging of ourselves. We project humanity onto artificial intelligence. We forget that we are looking at ourselves. And according to Valor, we anthropomorphize artificial intelligence. We treat as a subject, and we risk attributing undue moral authority to it. We think that artificial intelligence is intelligent or more intelligent than us. And in this term, we are attributing moral authority and epistemic authority to it. And so we can conclude this analysis of the Shannon Valor's position by saying that she assumes that there is a deep tension between artificial intelligence and new technologies and moral dignity. The use of artificial intelligence could produce a moral and epistemic deskilling, we could see a loss of moral and epistemic competencies, and this means reduced capacity for judgment, less responsibility, less ethical reflection, and cognitive dependency. And so Shannon Ballor is very critical towards the idea that artificial intelligence is a great resource for our life. She intends to outline the risk of these technologies, and so she tends to distantiate technologies and human beings. It seems that by using the new technologies, human beings could lose their dignity and their capacity to, as I say, to think critically. And the conclusion of the book of Shannon Ballor is that we have to reclaim our humanity. And in order to reclaim our humanity, she says we must design more human technologies. We have to preserve the centrality of ethics, cultivate human virtues, empathy, responsibility, moral imagination, and practical wisdom and care. These are the antidote that we should promote in order to reduce the harmful risk of unrestricted use of artificial intelligence. And the last question that